Hi everyone, it's me. So today we are going to talk about, what are we talking about? Anyway, hi everyone, it's me. So today we are going to talk about the price difference in groceries from England versus Canada. Now, a lot of people have asked me to do this video and I haven't because I had to Google things. But now's the time. Here we go. So of course, there are so many variables in trying to look at what is more expensive in England, what's more expensive in Canada. Well, they're in two different currencies, so then we have to look at the exchange rate, but then that's obviously different, and grocery stores are different and all the rest of it. So I did my best. Okay. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alanna and I am a Canadian, but I've spent the last 4 years living in England. I'm now back in Canada. Some of the prices of things here have been a bit shocking. I've talked about it very briefly in other videos. So here we go, a price comparison video. Let's get to it. So without further ado, let's go. Now there is further ado because are you new here? I decided to pick Asda in England. Asda is our England supermarket that we're going to be looking at, and I'm going to look at Walmart here in Canada. Walmart bought Asda and they have actually the same logo, although Asda is green and Walmart is blue. So I thought if we're going to compare supermarkets, why don't we compare literally nearly the same supermarket but in two different countries. Okay, to start off, we're gonna look at Pepsi Max, which is one of my favorites. All right, I love it. I could have some right now, if you don't mind. Could someone get me a Pepsi Max, please? Thank you. So a Pepsi Max 2-liter bottle is £1.50 in Asda. It is $1.97 in Canada. I did all of these conversions, like the currency conversions, just shortly before filming this, so I tried to get them as accurate because I don't know, nothing about this video is going to be accurate, but I tried my best. So if we convert Canada's price into pounds, that would be £1.12, which makes Pepsi Max cheaper in Canada. Yum. Next off, we're looking at bread. Two of my favorite things. Pepsi Max and bread, please. So King's Meal medium soft white bread at 800 grams is 95 pence. I personally love a King's Meal soft medium. Love it, all right? 95 pence. In Canada at Walmart, you can get Dempster's white bread. So they're both white bread. They're both well-known brands. Dempster's is slightly smaller, keep that in mind. And you can buy that for $2.47 Canadian. If we convert that into pounds, that would be £1.41. So the UK is cheaper and the UK size is actually bigger. Y'all love your white bread. Now, one comparison that was really important to me was cheese. I love cheese. If you know me or have watched any of my videos, you might already know that. I will talk about cheese at any given opportunity. I love it. Now, I didn't realize that Canada will say old cheddar, whereas in the UK you will say mature cheddar. I never realized that before, but that's just a little piece of information that now you know. I hope that's useful in some way. So we're going to Asda. We're gonna get Pilgrim's Choice mature cheddar at 350 grams. It's £2. It's cheap, it's a pretty decent size, and Pilgrim's Choice I like. It's a good brand. So all around, easy peasy, beautiful cheddar. Now at Walmart here in Ontario, we're gonna go with a Cracker Barrel. I hate saying that, it's so difficult, I don't know why. Cracker Barrel is a decent brand. It's very well known. We're gonna get an old cheddar at 400 grams, which is $6.97. So really, it is $7 for 400 grams of old cheddar. If we convert that into pounds, we are talking £3.97. So almost £4 for this cheese. Now it is slightly larger than the UK version, but not that much. I was actually thinking of doing a cheese video. I want to try Canadian cheese. That was kind of just an excuse to eat cheese. But when I saw the prices of some of, not just your basic old cheddar, you know, I was looking at sort of maybe slightly fancier, and they were so expensive. So I'm not sure if that's because Canada has more regulations on their cheese. I don't know. Maybe it's easier to make cheese in the UK so they can sell it for far cheaper. But one of the things that really stood out to me was cheese. There is a big difference. The UK is by far cheaper. And it's good cheese. It's not garbage, you know, it's good cheese and it's real cheap. I just miss it, all right? Give me a Cornish cruncher. Yum! Now, after we've eaten all that cheese, we need dessert. We need some pudding. So I looked at Ben & Jerry's because I was trying to find like the same brand, the same size, literally the same product to see if we could find any differences. So Ben & Jerry's half-baked ice cream, which is 465 grams at Asda, that is £4.50. Ouch, that's expensive. I hope it's worth it. It is worth it. Ben & Jerry's is fabulous. Now say we go to Walmart, we want the exact same thing, Ben & Jerry's half-baked. In Canada, ours are larger because well, I guess we really like ice cream. So our half-baked ice cream is 500 grams and it is $6.47 Canadian. If we convert that to British pounds, that is £3.69. So Canada is like significantly cheaper and we also get more, but also, you know, we can't get cheese. So do you like cheese more or do you like Ben & Jerry's? See what I'm saying? It's a very difficult choice, cheese, for me personally, but I know not everybody's a cheese person. So after we've had all that ice cream, you know what we could really go for? Some chicken. We go to Asda. We are going to get the Asda Butcher's Selection Chicken Breast Fillets for 650 grams. Just the regular Asda chicken fillets. That is £3.55 for 650 grams. It's less than £4 for 650 grams of chicken. But here in Canada, we want chicken too. So we go to Walmart. We get the Maple Leaf Prime raised without antibiotics, boneless, skinless chicken breasts. There's a lot more words in that title, but it's kind of like Walmart's slightly higher end chicken. They specifically say it's without antibiotics. Okay, sure. It's 700 grams, so we're 50 grams more here in Canada. How much is it? It is $12 Canadian, which if we convert that into pounds, that is £6.84. So the UK is drastically cheaper for that type of chicken, and it is just, God, that's a mouthful. What was I saying? So even though the UK is slightly less in terms of grams, it is significantly cheaper. So if you go to the UK, you can expect that your chicken will be cheaper than Canada and your cheese. And maybe that has to do with Canadian regulations. Maybe it's more expensive or more difficult to sell those types of products here than it is in the UK. I don't know. I didn't do that much research. But I just thought it was very interesting. You can get some nice, decent chicken from Asda for less than £4, but if you want it in Walmart, you're gonna have to pay $12, which is almost £7. Now, of course, what goes with chicken? Eggs, obviously. Asda 12 large free-range eggs is £2.05. However, if we go to Walmart, we want the Great Value large eggs, which is also 12. That is $2.74. If we convert that to pounds, we're looking at £1.56. So Canada's eggs are cheaper, not drastically, but about 50 pence cheaper. Now, one of my favorite types of crisps or chips are Doritos. I love them. I don't want Cool Ranch. I don't want like just the plain salted ones. No, I want the cheese ones, okay? To me, Doritos cheese is like the first flavor and all the other ones were like bonus flavors, okay? Doritos are supposed to be the cheese flavor. All right, that's all I'm saying. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So we go to Asda, we want Doritos. They're called Doritos Tangy Cheese. It's 180 grams and it is a pound. And oftentimes it's always a pound. I find crisps in the UK tend to be very cheap. I don't know why, but it's very easy to find full bags of crisps for a pound. Yum. Yes, please sign me up. I love them. Now, if we go to Walmart here in Canada, we call them Doritos Nacho Cheese. They are 255 grams. So we sell our chips in larger bags. Does that mean more air? Probably. But they are technically heavier than the UK ones. We sell those for $3.17, which would be £1.81. So in this instance, the UK is cheaper, although you are getting more in your bag in Canada. But when you look at a bag and it's $3, it seems like so much, because I'm used to seeing bags and bags, you know, at Tesco, at Co-op, whatever, and they're all a pound. And then you see them here in Canada and they're over $3 and you're like, ooh. I know the currency is different, but it just seems like a lot. Another one that I picked, I don't know why, nobody cares about this, Ferrero Rocher. I can't even really say it properly. Don't you guys love getting those at Christmas? Well, if you go to Asda, you can buy a pack of 16 for £5. Nice and easy, breezy, 16 treats for £5. Well, if you go to Walmart, we sell them for some reason in packs of 15, so you get one less, for $7.97, which is actually £4.54. So Canada is slightly cheaper, although you guys get an extra one, so it probably ends up being equal. I'm just really hungry right now, and I could really go for some chocolate and cheese. And bread, and a Pepsi Max maybe. Throw that in, and some Doritos. Okay, yes please. Now, one of the things that I noticed when I was living in England that is different is painkillers. Now, gather around children, let me tell you a story. If you go to Asda, you can buy just ibuprofen, non-branded. It's just ibuprofen, 200 milligrams. You get 16 of those, and it is 40 pence, which blows my mind. It seems so cheap. Now in Walmart, you can get Advil, which is a brand name, so I think you are paying more for the brand. You get the same size in terms of they're both 200 milligrams. Now the Advil bottle comes with 24 capsules or they're tablets, I guess. That's going to be $4.27. Now we have to kind of mention this in other videos, but maybe not talked about it in depth. You can only buy a certain amount of painkillers in the UK in a single transaction, and they're pretty stingy on this. Now, I actually found on the Sainsbury's website, so UK grocery store, says that sales are restricted to a maximum of 2 packets of a combination of any paracetamol, aspirin, or ibuprofen-based products in a single transaction. I think this is common across grocery stores because I do believe it's like a actual law, okay? Didn't research this either. Whoopsies. Now, I couldn't find the same thing here in Canada. I've never been limited when buying ibuprofen or cold and flu stuff. I've never had somebody say, sorry, you can't buy all of that in one transaction. I don't think it's much of a thing here. But I do know at Walmart, you can buy a pack of 72 Advil tablets in one bottle. Nice. Now, when we talked about this in a previous video, I know a lot of British people said that this came into effect to limit suicides from these types of painkillers, so they limit how much you can buy in one transaction to try and cut down on these types of suicides, which is really dark. Now, I don't think it is a thing in Canada, and to be honest, I've never seen in the news suicides based on these types of painkillers, so I don't know how much of a thing it is over here in Canada, but it seems like it was an issue at some point in the UK, enough to put into effect this, whether it's a law, regulation, whatever, that limits you how much painkiller or pain relief you can buy in one go. Now, I know one year when I was living in England, I was so ill. I was so ill, and I'm really sorry. I had to go to Asda because I had to get medicine. Really sorry. I think about that now, being in a pandemic, that I was very sick and I had to go into the store. I didn't wear a mask, obviously, because it was 2018. Nobody's wearing masks. Anyway, I go to Asda, I load it up, I got Night Nurse, I got Lemsip, I got just basic tablets, like ibuprofen and all the rest of it. And I go into the checkout and I'm trying to check it out, and my self-checkout thing gets flagged because I bought too much in one go, and the guy was like, yeah, sorry, you can't buy all this in one transaction. And I was like, but I need it. Like, I'm ill, I need this stuff. And he's like, sorry, it can only be like a combination of two different things for every single transaction. And they're kind of touchy about if you pay for all that and then you do a second transaction with all the other stuff. Some people like will just look the other way, but other people will tell you that you can't do it. You can only buy two. Anyway, this was very long-winded. All I'm saying is that doesn't really seem to be a thing here in Canada. I know at Costco, lovely Costco, you can buy a jug of Advil, and I swear there's like 300 tablets in a single bottle. So it doesn't seem to be much of an issue here, but I guess it was an issue in the UK at some point. Now, another common thing that people will buy is ketchup. Who doesn't love some ketchup, eh? Do you call it ketchup or do you call it red sauce? Do you call it ketchup or are you wrong? At Asda, we're gonna go ahead and get some Heinz tomato ketchup. You sell it in 910 grams, which is a very weird size. That's gonna be £2.80. Now, Heinz tomato ketchup here in Walmart, we sell in 1 liter. That seems like a nice whole number. $2.97. If we can convert that into pounds, that will be £1.69, which is somewhat cheaper than the UK, plus we sell it in a larger size. So it's just interesting to see how two supermarkets that are owned by the same company selling Heinz tomato ketchup are not the same prices. Anyway, carrying on. I also thought, why don't we look at flour? Here in quarantine, it seems like everybody went crazy for the flour. Everyone's trying to make that bread. I actually made bread on Patreon. I won't tell you how it turned out, but let me tell you, I can't tell you. That's a secret. I'm just a natural chef, and I don't know if it's all supposed to come out like that. If you want to see that sort of content, you can check me out on Patreon. It's literally just patreon.com/adventuresandnaps. I post a video there every week. Baking bread was one of them. So that's your decision. Back to the video. Now at Asda, we are going to buy some Home Pride plain flour. 1 kilogram is £1.50. 1 kilogram, £1.50 seems pretty good to me. Here in Canada, we are gonna get Robin Hood original all-purpose flour for 1 kilogram as well. Robin Hood is a really big, common baking brand here in Canada. For 1 kilogram, it is £2.97. If we convert that, that's gonna be £1.69. So the UK is cheaper, but not by much. What I did find is that more common sizes here for flour is more like 2.5 kilograms, or I think they had like 4 kilograms. Like, it's cheaper to buy the larger option, it seems, and the larger options here in Canada are more common, but I couldn't find an equivalent at Asda. It seems like 1 kilogram is like the go-to. So just letting you know, okay? You can buy a lot of flour here in Canada. So those are some comparisons between Asda prices in the UK and Walmart prices here in Canada. One thing that I would keep in mind as well, my glasses are not sitting on my face properly. One thing that I would keep in mind, at least in my humble opinion, is oftentimes I will go to Walmart here in Ontario and they will not have what I need. I find that Walmart here is just very like the basic level of groceries, just the most obvious stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing of particular high quality. They have really bad sort of international type foods, so don't expect much from that. So Walmart is the cheapest, but it's also fairly low quality, and it's just like the most basic stuff. I went to Walmart the other day and I couldn't buy rosemary. I don't think I'm asking for too much if I want fresh rosemary. So here in Ontario, if I can't find what I need at Walmart, I will go to Fortino's. Now Fortino's is a really big Canadian chain, but I consider them to be kind of like Waitrose, higher quality, but much higher prices. So I wouldn't do a full shop at Fortino's if I could avoid it, but they definitely have so much more, and certain things are better quality. Now in my own personal experience, I tried to buy korma sauce, okay? Don't think I'm asking for the moon. I would just like a jar of just a basic korma sauce, okay? Please and thank you. Now technically there is a Indian section in Walmart. It's very small, and every time I've looked they don't have korma sauce, so I went to Fortino's. They actually have the brand that I get in the UK, so we're looking at the, I can never pronounce it, really sorry, Pacaz brand, right? It's really big in the UK too. So you can buy that korma sauce at Asda for £1.89. Fabulous. Have a wonderful chicken korma in the evening. Beautiful. The same brand at Fortino's is $5.29, which if we convert that would be £3.03. So it is like more expensive. I also noticed Chinese 5 spice was significantly more expensive here. So there are individual items that I found over the course of being back here in Ontario that are way more expensive than I would expect. And korma sauce is one of them. So on the whole, cheese, cheaper in the UK. Chicken, cheaper in the UK. And some of your individual sort of international foods, like a korma sauce, is much cheaper in the UK. But of course, it's way more popular. So things to consider. But I hope you guys liked this video and I hope it was interesting. Was it? Was it interesting at all? Hard to say. If you have traveled between the two countries and you've noticed a significant difference in prices, let me know and maybe we can do a part 2. Otherwise, you know, whatever. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support here on YouTube, on Patreon, on Twitch, across social media. I really do appreciate it. Hope you're doing okay. You still wearing your mask? I hope you are. I know it's boring and it seems like it's taking forever, but please, please just wear your mask. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye!